Okay, I wanted to kind of bring you up to date on a couple of things because there's a lot of stuff going on that you need to be aware of. So there's two videos for you to look at if you didn't look at the first one that I posted last week. And so far, very few of you have. In fact, only 11 people out of a potential of 30 have even, out of the potential of 90, have even looked at it. So let me go over a bunch of things. I'm going to go fast. An online course is perhaps one of the tougher things you'll do. When I have a student come in and they say they're interested in taking an online course, I say, have you ever heard the phrase a little bit pregnant? And they look at me like I've gone off my rocker, and I say, have you ever heard the phrase? And they say, yeah. I'll say, well, you understand that it's impossible. You either are pregnant or you're not pregnant. Yeah. They're really thinking I've gone nuts, and why are you saying that? And what does that have to do with an online course? Then I tell them the real heart of the matter. And the heart of the matter is that just like being a little bit pregnant, there's no such thing. In an online course, there's no such thing as a little bit behind. You can't wait until Friday to start paying attention to what you need to be paying attention to in this class. Everything the first week is due Sunday night at 11:59 p.m. Period. No ifs, ands, or buts. If you don't have it there, that's it. Everything will close, so you will not be able to put it up. And if it's a speech or a submission like that, then your problem is you can't submit it. It's going to be late. Okay, so let's go over some things. First of all, I've sent a number of you notices about the subject line. Please pay attention to the message I sent. It's posted in the announcements about what is supposed to be on the subject line. 113 dash space dash, then whatever it is, COMM 101 dash space dash space. You're in either 80N, 81N, or 83N. I'm talking all of three classes at the same time. So you've got that, then space dash space, and whatever it's about. In this case, we were looking for a fantasy name, so it would have been 113 space dash space, COMM 101 space dash space, fantasy name. Okay, next thing up will be maybe practice speech or speech one or anything like that. Okay, make sure you do that. If you don't do it, I will not get it, I will not see it, I will not pay any attention to it, or it could end up in junk mail. Also, the only way you communicate with me in this class is from your Ivy Tech email address to my Ivy Tech email address. Don't send it to me through anything else. Don't send it from an address other than your Ivy Tech address. And if you don't know how to get online from anywhere and send an email message, which is done through Campus Connect, you need to find out about that. Call the distance education person listed in the syllabus, and they can talk you through it. All right, fantasy name. So far, in terms of fantasy names, I have gotten 2 from 80N, 0 from 81N, and 3 in 83N. That's not enough. I should have all of the fantasy names at this point. I guarantee you, when I start sending out stuff, you will not know who you are unless I have a fantasy name. And please follow the directions. No longer than 10 letters. No numbers. Letters. No thing that could be considered tasteless. Nothing close to your name. If your name is Woodson, I will not accept Woody. I will not accept your first 2 initials of your first name and your last 2 initials of your last name. That's too easy to figure out who you are. It's got to be something unique. So pay attention to the directions there. Discussion boards are already open. And so far, we've had relatively few people even start anything there. In fact, only about 6, 7 people have paid any attention to the discussion boards at all. You need to be doing that. Practice video must be submitted by Sunday night at 11:59. In order to do that, you have to go online to Connect, and you have to get registered there. And that's how you will be able to submit your video. So far, 4 people in 80N have done it, 3 people in 81N, and 5 people in 83N. Way to go, 83N. But that's not even 1/3 of that class in any of those situations, so you need to be doing that. Also, there's a syllabus quiz. It's out there right now. You need to be taking the syllabus quiz. There are some things you need to be doing, some of which I will receive when you follow the directions. Please, please follow the directions and do what it is you're supposed to do. There are 1,000 points available in this course. The way they break down, 700 of those points are for the 5 speeches. All right, they vary anywhere from 50 points all the way up to 300 points. There are 160 points available on the discussion boards. 10 points, 1 discussion board each week for 16 weeks. If you're in 83N, you're doing a 16-week course in 8 weeks. It's really, really tough. You talk about a little bit pregnant, that's the one that's going to really bite you if you don't stay up with everything. There's 100 points available for exams. There are 5 exams. And there are 40 points available in the public speaker critique. The grading scale is pretty easy. 900 to 1,000 is an A. 800 to 899 is a B, etc., etc. All right. Now, what about grades in this class? Well, the grades, you can get a really good grade in this class by doing everything. Read the directions. Follow the directions. This is the camera shot I want to see at all times. Do not zoom in, out. Do not hand-hold a camera. You've got to upload the camera electronically. That's why it needs to be a digital camera. It must be on a tripod. Your audience needs to come, duck into this shot right here if you're small. They need to do that. If you're tall, they need to step up on something to be seen in this shot. They need to give their name and that whole process. They come into the shot. So it'll be something like this. They come into the shot. 1001, they say their name, Keith Klein. 2, 1003, 1004, 1005, they leave, the next person comes in. Same thing. I need to see them for 5 seconds. All right. When they are all done and they all leave, then you come in. Stand there for a second or two. Let the noise in the room die down. Make sure that there's no extraneous noise in the room. Turn off TVs. Quiet down the kids if you can. Have the dogs and things that will be distracting out of the way, so that will not be a problem. And do your speech. I do not need to see your audience at the end of the speech. If you're in a face-to-face class, you get 1 attempt. Now, I will tell you that you're not supposed to stop the camera in the online class. Do not stop the camera. You make a mistake, cover the mistake in your speech and keep on going. Okay? Understand that. Dress nicely for your speech. Do not wear t-shirts. If you're a guy, shave neatly, cleanly. Dress appropriately for a speech. You are speaking to an audience in public, and you don't want to look like you've just been to your favorite neighborhood bar when you do that. Pay attention to what's in your room. I had somebody standing next to must have been a 1,000,000-gallon fish tank with bubblers in it, and for the entire length of the speech, I had the tremendous urge to go to the bathroom. I've had people speak next to police monitors. Car 53, go to 7th and Elm and take care of a domestic disturbance. We don't need that, okay? You need to pay attention. Sometimes even the sound of the air conditioner or heater turning on is so loud that it drowns out what you're saying. For the period of time you're going to be speaking, if you have extraneous noise, you might turn your furnace off. It'll be 5-10 minutes, and maybe if you do it right the first time, it won't be a problem. That's a lot of stuff. I know it's a lot of stuff. This is not an easy course to navigate. It's an online course. If you're taking the 83N, you're doing 16 weeks worth of work in 8 weeks. It really doubles up. Please pay attention to everything. Please pay attention to all the deadlines. Remember, Sunday night at 11:59 p.m. All right? If you miss that deadline, you potentially are hurting yourself severely on grades. Tests will close. You will not be able to take a test after that. Discussion boards will close. Speeches, if you turn it in late, I will know they're time-stamped, and I will not accept late speeches beyond what it says in the syllabus. And for every late period, you will see a deduction to the point that you can actually fail the speech by not getting it to me on time. Lots of stuff to do. Listen to this thing until you understand everything. If you have questions, call me in my office. Do not send me emails about questions I don't like writing long answers. Call me in the office. If you have a computer-related question and you can be on your computer when you call, then do that. But if it's a technical question, you need to call the distance education people and deal with that. If it's a question about Connect Lucas, call them. They're the helpline. Call them and they'll help you. Do not wait till the last minute on anything. That's the killer. Get it taken care of right away. If you're taking an exam and you have a problem, you have my telephone number. Call me. If I'm anywhere near a computer and I can reset your exam, I will reset it. Don't wait until Sunday night to do that, and don't call at 11 o'clock at night and ask me to reset something because you're not going to win very many warm, fuzzy feelings from me if that kind of thing happens. Okay, you can do very well in this course. Follow the directions. If all else fails, follow the directions. You have a good one. We'll talk to you after we see the first round of speeches.